Hello viewers, welcome back to the Voice Show here at Science TV with me, your host VIDELIZ, and this is my sign name. At the Voice Show, we have different and inspiring topics to talk about. So today we have a very interesting guest and a very beautiful one at that. Hi. Hello and welcome. Kindly introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
My name is SHARIFA. I'm from Mombasa County. I work as a volunteer in an organization which is called Al Muqtadir Ability Center. It deals with persons with disabilities, like for example, giving out assistive devices, food program. Like we are having a food program, and also we do computer skills, basic computer skills training, and English training practice.
Wow. You've said that you've mentioned a couple of things. So kindly share with us your journey as a person with albinism, your journey, how your growth journey, in short.
Okay. I finished Form 4 the year 2012. I stayed home for like 2 years, and then in 2015 I took sign language basic and interpretational skills. I finished in 2017, and then I also did my business administration diploma course. And then in 2017, the same year 2017, I got a job with the National Council for Persons with Disabilities as an intern. And then after that, I got a chance to get to network or to know different types of disabilities, different organizations of persons with disabilities and for persons with disabilities. I've worked with a number of them, and that way from there I got inspired as a person with albinism. I realized that there are other women, especially the other persons with disabilities, especially women and girls with disabilities, who have been left out, who do not have any information about disability and do not know anything about disability, yet they are persons with disabilities. So I decided to be the center of information, like giving out information on matters of disability, like the registration, how to get where and how to get the sunscreen lotions, the assistive devices and all that, and all that. And I usually do that mostly to women and girls who have albinism. I try to look for them, locate where they are, and then try to reach or try to find these sunscreen lotions and deliver to them, or call them, ask them to meet me or to find me, and then I give them the sunscreen lotions, or direct them to hospitals where these sunscreen lotions are provided. The challenges I'm facing so far.
Just a little bit, I take you back. I'm sorry to cut you short, but I really want to know if you share your story about your growing up since you were born with albinism, and also when you went to school, your interaction with other students, how did people see you and how did you find the environment?
Thank you. I went to a regular school, that is both primary and secondary, and
So you are born in your family. Are you the only person with albinism?
yeah, I'm the only person who has albinism.
With your family, how do you interact with them?
The relationship with my family actually is good. and they support me, and they give me all the support and the love they can. They support me where they can, and the love they can give me. Yeah.
So, when you joined a regular school, so how was life in these regular schools as a child, and how did other children treat you? Did they treat you the same, or they treated you differently?
No, they never treat. They at it depends. I was treated like any other child. Since because I was at home and I used to interact with some of them, so they never treated me differently. They treated me as one of their own, and with the equal rights. So when, for example, with the teachers, maybe if I make mistakes, they always punish me. So I was never treated differently for me, because I can't remember how many times I was punished because of making noise. The teacher coming in class and finding like everyone is making noise, so he decides to punish all of you. So I was also punished with my fellow pupils and students. They never treated me differently. Yeah.
So, what about your high school? Because now you've become a youth, because in primary you are a child, but right now you are a teenager. So, how was high school?
Yeah, high school was the same. My fellow students never treated me differently. They took me as one of their own, and that really impressed me, because there was no day they discriminated me. Also, the teachers, they took me as their own, except that I had to sit. In fact, I was supposed to be given that special priority, like sitting in the middle of the class, and then at the on the in front. So that's the only, I must say that that's the only privilege that I got. But the punishment the others received, if I did mistakes, the same punishment they gave me. Yes. Yes, they punished me. Yeah. Yeah, in fact, there was a time I cut one of my finger, because they asked me to go to a shamba and dig. So until then, when I had cut my finger, then no, I had cut my leg, one of my legs. Yeah. So they were like, "Eh, so this is tough. We cannot even assign her again to go to the shamba." And then they got scared. Yeah. Even slashing, we used to slash in school before I became a, I was a prefect before I became a sanitary prefect. But I used to do slashing. I used to wash the toilet, to clean the office. Yeah, I used to do all those duties.
That's those schools that you attended are very much good, because they never treated you differently. They treated you equally. So you've grown up knowing that you're not special or unique in any way until you finished high school, and then that's when you met different people with disability. So what made you join the world of persons with disability?
Like I said earlier, what really inspired me is the fact that I was working with the National Council for Persons with Disabilities as an intern. I developed interest from there to interact with the different types of people with the different types of disabilities.
Because most of the time, people say that I was so most people say that I was just hurt, so that's why I wanted to understand where you got your interest from. So you are from Mombasa, right? What are the initiatives, or what are the what are the activities or actions that you've planned for persons with disability in Mombasa County?
That I must say that is a very broad question, kwa sababu, because right now I am not I'm not working. I'm just a volunteer, so I cannot say that I have plans for them. But if I had a chance, I would, actually, the plans I would have for them I would do empowerment. First, I would empower. I would make sure that every person with disability in Mombasa is empowered. Like I open like a hub where I put like a cyber, and then the persons with disabilities would get to access free internet, free computers and all that, so that they can do their own things, and also do the training, like business training, computer skills training, guiding and counseling training and all that, yeah, in order to empower persons with disabilities in different aspects.
So, do you think that when you do what you've said, it will at the same time help and empower it will at the same time help and empower persons with disability? But do you think that will this fill the gap that has left in the society? So, do you think that this will contribute to inclusion in the world, or it will leave some people out? But
um, I think this will help a lot. Like it won't leave a gap, because me, I believe if you empower a person with disabilities and encourage them also to help those coming persons with disabilities, that way the society will feel like oh, now that now they'll feel like they'll look at it and say, ah, these people are persons with disabilities. They are like they are, what can I say, like they have unit, like they have unity, they love each other and they have unity. So from there they'll be able to embrace and support where they can. And also, um, you will also help to encourage, like if it's not a must that you get a job. For example, if you have the business skills, you can also go open your own shop, your own business, and start your own business for you to be able to cater for your daily day-to-day needs. And also, if you have computer skills, you can open a cyber, and also decide that me also, if I got empowered, why not, if I also open my, like, why also me not open my own a cyber or a hub, like the one that I went to, so that I can help the coming generation of persons with disabilities, especially girls and women with disabilities.
that's a very powerful. That's very powerful because it makes the people and youth to build for the coming generation. Because we try to ensure that these people stand on themselves and not to depend on other people. That's why we make sure that we empower them. Let's have a short break, but we'll be back soon. And let's continue with our conversation. Sharifa, previously in our first episode, you say that you want to make sure that you want to make a world uh, different. You want to make a different world for persons with disability. So, what is the stereotypes that people think about persons with disability that you have come across or you've had?
Um, uh, okay, the stereotypes that I've come across, persons with disabilities are supposed to fit, in their environment, that these other people, these other people without disabilities are in. And then the second one, that people with disabilities are are, um, are like like they're not open-minded, like they don't have, like they've not gone far with education, they have not studied, and they know nothing about learning and all that. And another thing is people with disabilities, being given, they're just takers, but not they're just receivers, but not givers. Yeah. And then the last thing I can say is the stereotype I have come from, I have come across with is that persons with disabilities, whenever you see a person with disability entering a shop or a bookshop or a supermarket or somewhere, you will automatically associate them with like borrowing money and all that. Yeah.
Just those are the stereotypes and opinions, but they are not true. You've said that as a person with albinism, so you as Sharifa, you've said that you want people to see you as Sharifa, not as a person with albinism. And also, you work as a volunteer, so what are your plans from now on going forward to eradicate these stereotypes and discrimination in the society about persons with disability? Because you say that you have plans to have a cyber or a hub where you'll be training different skills, for example, business skills, computer skills, English. So what are your plans to eradicate all these stereotypes?
My plan, first of all, I plan like let's say if I open an organization, if I feel like it won't reach everyone. If you get to open an organization, it won't reach anyone. So first of all, the plan, me as Sharifa, I would like to be giving, like to be a motivational speaker, like going to schools, especially to schools of those special schools, like, and try to motivate them, try to speak to them of how my journey is until now where I am, and try to talk to them and advise them, see whether they can see life different with the way I'm seeing, like whether they can embrace what I'm seeing as a person with disabilities. And the second thing is, if I could get support, my plan is if I could get support, I would first open cyber. Opening a hub is something big. It's something which is a long-term plan. So first of all, if I could get just let's say maybe a well-paying job or income, I would try and open something like a cyber. Let's start with the cyber first, and then you try to like gather like 10 or let's say 5 to 10. You start with 5 or 10 persons with disabilities. As you say, Mombasa County has 6 sub-counties, so maybe I'll be picking 2 from each sub-county, like those are 12. So I'll decide I'll start with these 12. So if it is to give them especially what I'm targeting is those girls and women, those students and people who have finished schools or who have finished primary, and maybe they feel like they are not able to continue with the secondary program, or they are not able to get themselves to secondary school. So these are the people I'll be taking, like teach them, train them in computer basic skills.
May one day your words may you achieve your words one day. So now,
Amen. Yeah. Amen.
You see, most of the time, you've been talking about students. So who have finished school or who want to continue with school. So we've seen most of the time, you've said that you shouldn't limit people. So do you think is the resources that limit people, or is it why are these students dropping out of school? Is it that they don't want to continue with the schools, or is it that there are resources limiting them to continue with school? So what is affecting it, or what is contributing to them dropping out of school?
What I can say is resources. Actually, resources limit a lot of them. For example, if you come from a poor family, and then you are a person with disability, you know, those are two challenges. You are poor, and again you are a person with disabilities. So resources limit them. But with let's say with the surrounding, with the environment, if 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 uh, if those other people fit in, why if we can, I mean, if we can change the environment to be able to make this person with disability fit in, if we can build a school and get this person to learn, and provide them with everything, I don't think if they'll be able to drop out of school, or if they don't want to go to school, or if they want to continue with the secondary school, why can't we open up, like train them in business, give them a business, or why can't we open like a technical training, let's say we do saloon, carpentry and all that, to help this person to be able to cater for their day-to-day needs, so that they become independent. So I think it is resources. Actually, this whole thing is being brought by resources.
So what will you propose to work so that it can change the future, so that these things cannot repeat themselves again? What are the solutions?
Solution number one, I can say, let's do awareness. We need to create awareness. Like we need to create awareness. Like we are still behind. For creating awareness for persons with disabilities. That is the first thing. And the second thing is to empower them. Like if you empower a person with disability, I'm very sure most of them would want that. And if they would not embrace the empowerment, what would they like to have, you know? And the last thing I would say is motivation. They need to be motivated. Like let's say, for example, you find a school, and for example, you visit every school that has this special that has this special, I mean, these people with these children, or these people with disabilities, and you motivate them by giving them wheelchair, or by awarding them. You see, maybe they have competed somewhere, they are doing sports, and they become a winner. You motivate them by awarding them. You give them a motivational talk. You encourage them. You see, so I think that is what it needs to be done. So I don't think maybe a few of them will refuse to embrace this, but those are the three things that I think can be done best.
You've heard about the three things which can be done best, which will help solve all this problem, and I hope you've heard everything. So our next question is, in the next 10 years, where do you see yourself? Is it a hard question?
No, it's not a hard one. It's only that I think I missed the plan, but I'll try. What I can say is, in the next 10 years, I see myself like, you have ever heard of this young lady is called Muniba Mazara. Muniba Mazara. You've heard this. I think she's from, I've forgotten the country, but she's a woman with a disability. She got married when she was 18 years. I like listening to her motivational talk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I like that lady a lot, Muniba Mazara. I like listening to her motivational talks. And she's being invited to different organizations, different shows, to give a motivational talk. Yeah, I see myself like her in 10 years time, and also give hope and love to those persons with disabilities, especially to girls and women with disabilities, and even children, to give hope to them that there is life. Even with the disability, there is life, there is future, there is success ahead of you. There is success, if you work hard, there is success, there is future, there is successful life ahead of you. Yeah.
You have done so.
Your future is so bright. So you have your future. So what you think now is impossible, then in future you can achieve it. That's her word. And she has steps from where she started. Thank you so much. Do you have any close remarks, any last words to tell to our viewers? Just face the camera and tell them your last words.
My last word is, as a person with disability, especially a girl or a woman with disability, do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of taking risks. Do not be afraid of trying. Do not be afraid of being heard. Do not be afraid to raise your voice. You need to raise your voice as much as you can. You need to take up spaces. Do not be afraid to acquire what you feel is yours, and it is like you. Do not be afraid to acquire what you think is rightly yours. You need to fight without giving up. So this is the spirit, like, because I believe that every person with disability, especially every girl and woman with disabilities, they are all differently able. If you cannot do this, you can do the other thing. If you cannot drive, if you cannot do the driver part, you can be a teacher. If you can't be a teacher, then you can be somewhere else, provided that you are independent. Yeah, independent and focused and and open-minded. Thank you.
Powerful words from Sharifa. See you next time in my next show. Bye.